How does a guy who didn't want to be VP of Education because he didn't want to run a club level contest end up being contest master for our most recent division level contest? Our next speaker will share with us the results of his high performance leadership project, as well as how he overcame contest master phobia. Please welcome Area 33 Governor, ACS, Jeff Ruffinoff.
Ruffinoff.
Alan's speech made me think of a little story I heard. Two guys in the supermarket, guy in the meat department rushes to the guy in the fruit department frantically. He says, "I need your help. My wife just went into labor and I'm supposed to work till 8 o'clock tonight." The guy said, "I just got here like a couple days ago. I don't know what to do." He said, "It's easy. All you have to do is hold her hand and tell her to push." Anyway, I just had to share that. Toastmasters and guests, comfort zone. Talking about comfort zone today. You would have thought Roy and I choreographed this ahead of time, because what I'm going to talk about today, Roy talked about the communication side. What's the other side of Toastmasters we don't hear as much about? Communications and leadership. Thank you. Communications and leadership. Could you hold up the manual that I'm speaking from today? Thanks, Allison. It's the High Performance Leadership Manual. And what I'm going to be doing, part of the High Performance Leadership task, and that is one of the tasks if you aspire to becoming a distinguished Toastmaster, you have to do a high performance leadership task. I'm going to be sharing some of the results of what happened with my high performance leadership task. Again, I enjoyed being sergeant at arms when I first got started here within a couple of months. 2 terms as vice president of membership. I said I never want to be VP of Education for one primary reason. That club contest looked like a major headache. Next thing I know, a couple years later, I'm the area governor, and I'm realizing, wow, the date is fast approaching. I have to run an area contest. Here's the great tidbit, though. Division governor came to me. He said, "You don't run the contest. Find a couple of volunteers who will do the contest." And so I found Alan Monroe, who was the chief judge, and Benjamin Urrutia, who was the contest master. I said, "Great, I'm off the hook again." Next thing I know, a week later, division governor comes to me. He says, "By the way, you're doing really well as area governor. I was thinking, how would you like to be the division contest master?" I said, "Wait a minute, he's doing it to me," but my ego said, "Yes, yes, I'll be the division contest master." Only then it began to sink in what I had taken on. Now, for the uninitiated, let's define a couple of terms here. You're in a club right now. Winter Park Toastmasters is the club level. Next level is area. In our case, in Area 33, we have 6 clubs. Our division happens to have 9 areas, or I believe 49 clubs, I think, at last number. We have a couple that are in the works. So 49 clubs, over 1,100 members, and a guy who's never even done a club level contest, who was able to push off the responsibility of the area level contest, now has to take on the division level contest. And I can tell you it was an absolute blast. It was a stretch for me. I did say to the division governor, "I don't think I can do this. I've never even done it at the club level." He said, "No problem. I'll help you with it. We'll put it together. We're going to reach out to those other area governors. They're going to help you out. We're all going to be one big team." And again, I fell for that line too. I said, "Sure, okay, good, we're fine." Let me share with you, because what the manual calls for, it says develop a vision, mission, and core values. Here's what I came up. Listen to the utopianism in these statements. Vision. A division contest which is well attended, evenly represented with good attendance, runs flawlessly, self-supporting, run by the entire division, keeps the focus on the speakers, is positive, exciting, and fun, celebrates the victory of all the participants, and is memorable. And I'll share a story with you in a minute. My biggest faux pas of the day, yes, it was memorable. Mission. Through proper planning, preparation, follow-through, and execution, I will lead a team that provides a backdrop and framework for a contest that encapsulates my vision. Core values. We will eliminate distractions. We will judge fairly, and the audience will have a meaningful experience. I was in the military for a number of years, and we would develop these long mission statements. We would brief, and it would be brief from the top level all the way down, briefing upon briefing. And then we launch out onto the mission. And about 2 minutes into that, mission changes. Everything changes. All the plans are kind of out the window. But this sounds nice, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound great? It's great. And we kind of did this. What I found in putting together the area contest, working with Benjamin and Alan, working with the other club presidents, I was learning as I went. I'm not sure how much they knew I was learning as I went. I was learning about the contest. You don't pay attention to stuff. You really don't like that much. I don't like the administrivia of the contest. I prefer to participate as a contestant, not as someone that's having to put this thing on. But suddenly, it's my area, I've got to put this on. So, kind of working with them, excited that they were taking the helm, I was kind of learning and observing. And I will tell you, Benjamin and Alan did a great job. I learned a lot working with and watching them make our area level contest happen. Most area contests I've attended, 20, 25 people are there. We had over 60 attendees. And so I said, okay, now it's time. It's go time. I looked up and it was 2 weeks away. 2 weeks from the contest. Thankfully, I hadn't done a thing. So it's time to begin preparation. Well, at least I didn't have to stress. That would have just been longer to stress. So I began reaching out to the other area governors for help. And I knew we were going to rally around the flag, the battle cry, Division C. We're all going to pull together. And our Area 25 Governor, Jennifer Cobb, if everyone could have responded as she did, it would have been fantastic. Unfortunately, there were people I never even heard from. I want to say thank you publicly to the Winter Park Toastmasters who did step up at the last minute and help out and plug the gap. But I will tell you, when all was said and done, wonderful experience. We did pull it all together. Sean Tucker graciously accepted the role of Chief Judge. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of stuff that they do behind the scenes. Again, as contest master, a lot of it is I'm out in front. That's fine for me. I'm happy to do that. He was working with all the judges, the timers, the counters, all of that stuff. He had a lot of that headache behind the scenes. I got to be up in front. Favorite thing that happened that day, we're rolling along. I'm having a great time because I'm up on stage in front of a couple hundred people. That's always a good day for me. And we're going through things, and I'm feeling great about things. And then we've had our intermission. We've done the humorous, we've done the evaluation portion of the contest. Now it's time for the humorous speech contest. And I'm introduced by the Sergeant at Arms. I come up, and I'm ready. We've got the speech order. I've just defined what it is. And you're supposed to give the name of the contestant, speech, name of the contestant. And I step up and say, our first, and I realize I had all the names. I had been given the names of the speeches. I had not written them down. I didn't have a single speech name, and it is time to introduce contestant number 1. Wow. Time to eat some humble pie right there. I got to what I did. I actually called up all the contestants. I said, just a moment. We had a little problem. I had a little problem here. If I can have the contestants come forward. They came forward, gave me the names of the speeches. We pressed on. Hopefully it made them comfortable. They said, I'm certainly not going to look more foolish than our contest master. It was a wonderful opportunity. And if you are now feeling jealous or envious of my experience, you will have an opportunity. See me after this meeting because I'm looking for a contest master and a chief judge for our International Speech and Table Topics contest that will be in February. Mr. Toastmaster.
It's actually a lot of fun to be chief judge. I mean that. Jennifer was born and raised in Lima, Peru.